Welcome, Virgos. It is the energy, the season reading, Virgos. The season reading has to do with the Libran season. It begins from September 23rd until um, October 22nd. Okay, so you have 4 weeks with this season. It is an air season, it is the season from karmatic justice. Okay. So when we think about the Libran season, it's always about karmatic justice. So angels and guides of the Virgos, please show the Virgos. We're going to be using the Celtic cross. So we're calling in the angels to show the Virgos what is going to be coming up in this Libran season. Now, Virgos, this season is about karma. Okay, it's like a lot of people have karma, and you have, you have gained a lot of time to heal your karmas, and sometimes people don't do that. Okay, and every season, every month there is 2 seasons, and it depends on which of the seasons. And this season of Libra is about karmatic justice. So with the Celtic cross, we're going to be seeing what is going to be your major issues and what is going to be crossing that. So your major issues is the Six of Cups, Seven of Cups. The major issue is the Seven of Cups, and it's that you Virgos are balancing your emotional. Now, the energy of the Seven of Cups is always very positive, and why is because this is in the upright, and seven is about balance. Okay, it's an uneven number, but it's about working on your emotional side of who you are and what is going on around you, and this is very positive. What is crossing you? We see a corporation institution. This could be an emotional situation at the work. You could be dealing with some sort of an institution, and this is now going to be balanced out. So it's like a lot of you Virgos got caught up in some sort of a problematic situation, whether it's at work or within your life, within some sort of a corporation institution, and you're balancing out the problem. What is that? The extra far. In the past, you were dealing with a very dishonorable person within a corporation institution. This person carries the energy of negativity, low energy. This is the ego. Someone who was using their egos in a corporation institution, they're going to be ending it because they recognize what this person was doing. It's like this person was trying to chain you down on something. The Eight of Cups is here, and this emotion situation is going to come to an end. There, a lot of you were so emotional dealing with this problematic situation. The Wheel of Fortune is coming up for you, Virgos, because whatever that was happening and transpiring, this is in the future position about you. Could be thinking about your luck, what happened. Your this is about luck. This is the ninth house energy, the Wheel of Fortune. It's about luck. It's about the wheel of your fortune. Your fortune, where does it lies? It could have been blocked because there was a very dishonorable person within some sort of a corporation that was blocking it, and they're going to be ending it. Okay. The truth is now being revealed because a corporation institution is now recognizing that there was could have been corruption, because the energy of the devil with a corporation institution is corruption. So they're going to be recognizing that huge corruption was in corporation institution. As you move on, you're going to be finding inner strength to move on. Some of you, it could have been that you were in a marriage and you were um, basically tied in this marriage, and you are going to be released from this situation. Okay, you could have just wake up one day and recognize that you were manipulated to be in a marriage or in some sort of a contractual agreement, and you're going to be walking away. So there are major issues that is going on where you're turning your back on a really dishonest corporation institution, and walking away from it, because you Virgos recognize that these people, this situation was not based on positive energy. Then we have the energy of the Ten of Wands, the burdens that you were dealing with. And this burdens is coming up because a lot of you were basically dealing with a lot of burdensome situation. And what is now transpiring is now a lot of you are going to be gaining a whole lot of inner strength to resolve these situation. Okay, so this burden was about a lot of money. So you guys are the first one to have double number, and this double number has to do with Ten of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles, and it's as if you are now, regaining some sort of a knowledge over where your fortune had gone, and that there was a really dishonorable situation that was playing where people were manipulating a situation, okay, and was taken from you. So let's see what is going to be the outcomes. The heartbreaks is going to be over, so this is going to be good. Heartbreaks about a whole lot of money is going to be over, and some sort of a news is going to be coming in for you. So this is good. This is wonderful because a lot of you Virgos were in some sort of a financial instability because of a whole lot of money that was either lost or a whole lot of money that you have to pay back. They're going to be recognizing that someone, whoever this person is, was manipulating a situation. Okay. And now they're going to be recognizing exactly what was happening and transpiring, and they're going to be now getting to the bottom of the situation where you see here you have lose faith in a situation and is trying to rebuild yourself in order to have a new start and release yourself from burdensome situation that a really dishonorable person in a corporation institution have created. So here is the energy of the devil, and this is like corruption in a corporation institution. This is like a really dishonest person manipulated some sort of a situation to create a whole lot of issues within a corporation institution, or for a corporation institution, it could be at work. It could be that you were controlled by this person, and I see whatever this situation is going to be resolve. Okay, so they're now gaining a whole lot of knowledge and recognizing what was going on. Emotionally, a lot of you are recognizing to either walk away or walk away from a whole lot of money or to resolve a situation. Okay, so the major issue is about your future, moving into your future, and the other major issue is right beside it, which is seeing that it is time to let go of a situation and walk away from a very dishonest play. And this dishonest play and situation is as if has brought you to a place where you have been out of yourself, basically. This really dishonorable situation gave you, you gave up on yourself, on life, on everything around you because of this disturbing situation that people had created for you to affect you. And you decided this is going to be the time that you're going to be thinking, I don't want to carry out this process of this fear, because it's as if it's as if someone who is just really there are people who like chaos, who like drama, who like to bite, who like to take things, who like to create a lot of chaos, and this is where you got pulled in, dragged in, and it is now going to be over because there it was a lot of the moon in Libran. So whenever this energy of the moon or secrecy in Libran comes up, it is about advising a lot of you take the higher road. And this is what is going to be coming up, because these major issues is like major issue where someone could have used their power in a corporation institution to masquerade a situation, and it's now coming out. And a lot of you with this information and this situation is now in the open, and people now recognize what was going on. The heartbreaks that a lot of you were going through with a whole lot of money is as if you're going to be letting it go. You showed up why people were creating this sort of illusion. So Virgos, it is going to be a period of you Virgos working very hard. There is no question about it. It's a period where you Virgos are going to be getting grounding the grindstone to get what it is that you want. And a lot of you Virgos is now going to be gaining a lot of knowledge over how you got pulled in vacuum. It's like you got sucked in a situation, whether or not you choose to be in the situation, whether it is that money as bring you to this play field, but you got sucked in. What is going to be good is that you have the power within these 4 weeks to resolve the situation and pull yourself out. There is no question about it. And there is luck that is here. And the luck is about, because a lot of you are thinking about your fortune, and a lot of you are thinking how you were um taken for granted and taken down and masculine. So relationship problems will be here. A lot of you are going to be thinking about your fortune. A lot of you are going to be having a lot of burdens to carry, but you are going to be successfully leaving this burden behind you. Okay. And a lot of you are going to be dealing with a whole lot of money being lost or gained. So let's see exactly what was happening, why you were so emotional dealing with a corporation institution. It has to do with some sort of a huge government institution organization that you were basically fighting to survive a dishonorable play. Okay. They're now recognizing how very dishonorable a situation was, that there was corruption. And I did say there was corruption in a government institution organization, and people were using their power to masquerade a situation that has brought some of you to your knees, but yet still you decide, I am walking away from this thing. Because you see, the worries, the emotional worries dealing with this corporation institution at gain, you at gain. A lot of you are going to be regaining your fortune, because they've now recognized what this corporation institution that someone else was pretending to be you, taken from you, and they're now going to be getting to the bottom of a situation. Your enemy is going to become a Leo and a Sagittarian. So a lot of you, you have to recognize, because um, your enemies are now regretting what they have done. Okay, and they're really regretting. I see a lover is deciding, and some of you are going to be walking away. Some of you could be looking for a new love. Okay, some of you could be looking to change companies. Okay, they're now gaining a lot of information about the Sagittarian person. I see the Sagittarian person is now in a lot of problems, because they're now going to be recognizing how the Sagittarian person themselves had gotten um where they are. And a lot of you Virgo women are going to be in some sort of a burden, because your partner is going to be walking away. Yeah. A lot of you Virgo men are worried about a whole lot of money. Whatever is happening in transpiring, a lot of you Virgo men are very worried over a lot of money. Whatever, how this money, they now recognize that a Libran created a huge theft. Whoever this Libran is, it could be Librans or lawyers and that sort of a thing. And they're going to be recognizing that these people created a huge theft. So whoever this Libran is, whatever is coming out, the secrecy of a Libran, of a lawyer, or some sort of a civil servant, or some sort of a legalities that a huge theft was being created, and this is now showing up. So they're gaining a lot of knowledge. The news is that a lot of you Virgos are hoping, a lot of you Virgos are now hoping for a resolution, and you are open for a resolution because you recognize that there was some um, corruption in some sort of a government institution, organization. You're now recognizing that there was corruption, and they're now going to be recognizing that the Libran had a whole lot of secrecy. This is a corrupt civil servant who had a lot of secrecy and was doing things that was not above water, and they're now going to be getting to the bottom of the situation. So, this is going to be extremely powerful for you guys. You Virgos are going to be now gaining a whole lot of knowledge. A lot of you Virgos are recognizing that you could end up in jail because of collaborating with someone that was not above water, because this corporation is now going to be recognizing how much corruption there is. And a lot of you Virgos are going to be recognizing that there was a lot of people behind a scene, because here is that people are now going to be gaining knowledge who took a letter. And this situation, this is that they're now finding out who took a letter, and they're now gaining a whole lot of understanding, and they're recognizing something about an Aquarian and their partner, something about an Aquarian and yeah, some sort of a agreement that an Aquarian had created. They're now gaining a lot of knowledge and understanding. So there is definitely, they're going to be finding out who had accessed some sort of a data and information within a corporation institution where a lot of you Virgos could have been connected with. And a lot of you Virgos, a Sagittarian and a Leo, is going to go to jail, and they are going to become your greatest enemy, even through thing there, because people are now gaining a lot of knowledge about the Sagittarius and this Libra and how much money that basically took. Okay, we're going to be looking at all the houses now, because they recognize that someone latent information, a whole lot of you are going to be gaining a whole lot of knowledge over what was basically happening under your noses without you even knowing that. And there is something about your luck and fortune, Virgos, and it is a situation where the season is showing up a whole lot of stuff that was happening. And it is people who were doing things that was not honest. It's all going to be coming out, so be aware of this. So let's look at the houses and what is transpiring. So the Seven of Cups is in the house of the Aries. A lot of you, this is in the house of the self. A lot of you are looking for emotional balance. Then we see burdens. Financial burdens is going to be coming up for a lot of you Virgos. In the third house, I see you're walking away from a situation that was happening and transpiring. You decide to walk away. In the house of family, they're going to be recognizing that a lot of people were creating a lot of chaos, either for you or your family. A Cancer was manipulating a situation. They're shutting it down. Okay. Your luck is going to be returning, and say people with sales and business, that sort of a thing, your luck is going to be returning. In your house Virgos, you're going to be gaining a lot of knowledge, major issues, and gaining a lot of knowledge about why you have come in a burdensome financial situation, why, who, why, and you're going to be recognizing a lot of you are Scorpion and a Pisces has something to do with it. They're now going to be recognizing how much money a Libran has took. So this legal, it could be a legal issue that is going to be paid out for a lot of you, but they are going to be recognizing a lot of you who lost a whole lot of money, that a Libran took it. A new start is going to be coming up for a Scorpion, because they have now gained knowledge what was going on surrounding a Scorpion. So if you, a lot of you wants to go back to a Scorpion because you recognize that the Scorpion is someone you were meant for. Heartbreaks for Libran or Ophiosas, they gain some sort of a knowledge. Emotional balance is going to be coming up within the 10th house things, career, work, and that sort of a thing. Hardship. A lot of you Virgos are going to be dealing with some sort of a hardship with a group of people, and a lot of you who are connected to a Sagittarian and a Leo is in a whole lot of hardship. A corporation institution is here in the house of karma. A lot of you Virgos are going to be dealing with karma concerning either your business or some sort of an institution. Okay, so when you have problems with government institution, organization, banks, and that sort of a thing, it is karma that you have within these institution. Okay, it's just like when you work at a company and that sort of a thing, you will have karma with people within this company, and this is why. If your parents is one or two is a Pisces, they might be going in the hospital. You could be receiving some sort of a news that they could be going in the hospital. When we look at the energy of the first house, a lot of you are very emotional because you recognize what how Aries and a Scorpion could have gotten you in a whole lot of problems, and a lot of you are thinking how to release yourself from this emotional situation concerning a Scorpion and an Aries. So a Sagittarian woman has created so much problem concerning your financial house. So, and a lot of you Virgos are now recognizing that the Sagittarian woman is the problem to your financial flow. And a lot of you Virgos is going to be gaining a whole lot of knowledge what this person have done. A Aquarian and a Gemini is going to be finding themselves into jail. Whoever this Aquarian and this Gemini is had collaborated. An Aquarian or a Gemini could have collaborated to get some sort of a new start, but how they did it, they were trying to give a Gemini person a new start, and this person is caught. They now recognize what happened. So your greatest enemy, some of you, your greatest enemy could have been a couple. You could have been in a relationship with a Aries or a Cancer. And these people are going to be, and some of you who divorce, and a Cancer person is going to become your greatest enemy, whoever this Cancer is. So, okay. They're now recognizing how a Leo came up with a whole lot of money, and how a Leo got their fortune is by stealing. The truth is now going to be revealed, and I see they're now gaining a lot of knowledge. A lot of you Virgos is now going to be gaining a lot of knowledge about a Scorpion and a Pisces person. A lot of you Virgos is going to be recognizing and gaining the knowledge and the truth about a Leo man and his wealth. They're now going to be recognizing that a Libran man so loved money that he sold his soul. And truth is going to be revealed because they're going to be recognizing how a Libran man came on a whole lot of money. So some of you could have had a Libran lover. This person was floating a lot of money. They're now going to be recognizing. A Scorpion is definitely going to be a young Scorpion. This is really a young Scorpion. Is going to get some sort of a new start because a lot of people are now gaining a lot of knowledge and idea of what was going on. Heartbreaks for a Sagittarian in a corporation institution. They now recognize what this a Libran and a Sagittarian have done. They now gain knowledge of the doing of a Libran and a Sagittarian in a corporation institution. Protection is going to be coming up for a Capricorn person because they now recognize why a Capricorn person is so emotional, and they're now gaining a whole lot of knowledge of what was going on within the life of a Capricorn person. A lot of people are now regretting, a lot of you Virgos is now regretting because it's as if you recognize that you were used to work against this person. A Sagittarian and a Leo is trying to find inner strength and hope to deal with some sort of a problematic situation. A government is an institution will recognize something. So a lot of you Virgo men could be having problems within institution organization, and it has to do with businessmen because they're not going to be recognized that you Virgo businessmen along with a Libran had created and gained a lot of money doing business, and this is like karma, where a lot of you Virgo businessmen and a Libran had collaborated and made a lot of money, and they're going to be recognized. So the outcomes is that a lot of you businessmen could be having problems with your business concerning you businessmen could have had some sort of a legality situation, or a Libran person, some of you divorcing, and your divorce is going to be resolve, and you're going to be getting what you had asked for within the divorce. So this is going to be absolutely powerful, and it's going to be good for a lot of you Virgos. But as you recognize, the Wheel of Fortune is in the house of pleasure, the fifth house. And as you come to the 12th house, the 12th house is having to do with business situation. So that is the house of karma, and this is the time of karmatic justice. So you have to resolve issues with some sort of a government institution by paying back a whole lot of money for you Virgos. Or this could be bank, financial institution, because they're now going to be recognizing what has happened, what has transpired. So truths are going to be revealed. A lot of you, your partner is going to become your greatest enemy, and people are now going to be gaining and understanding things, okay? And they're now going to be recognizing, because I see a Pisces and a Scorpion man is like on the edge, whatever that was going on, and they're going to be recognizing that someone in legalities could have took a whole lot of money that was not theirs. I do love you guys. Namaste until next time.